What's up, everybody? This is my first tarot video. I'm a 33 life path, born on the 11th. I'm pretty freaking psychic. Hate to say it. And I've got a lot of insight. And I've been watching tarot videos because it helps my depression. And they're real. Whether you like it or not, they're real. I can't tell you if it's demons or not. We're going to find out together. So first, let's go. Angel eagle, come on down from the heavens just to help us on our way. They come to teach us and they leave us to find some other souls to save. Angel eagle, come on down, hear my drum, because I need you now. So, I've consumed probably like 1,000 hours of tarot at this point, so fresh deck. This will be our first tarot reading as a collective, which I don't like. Should I shuffle it? Let's just see. Yeah, we have to shuffle it. I don't know. Let's do an intuitive message. The first thing that came out is the Queen of Wands. Wands is fire. We've got the rabbit holding the black cat in the desert with the 2 lions. To me, this is just going off of my own intuition, right? This seems like an aggressive woman. A very passionate woman that can be fiery and aggressive. What's going on with her? The Knight of Wands. She's on a mission. There's some mission having to do with a fiery woman. And that, I guess there's no gender in tarot, so that could be more feminine energy. So this could be a passionate body of knowledge, a caring mission. Queen of Cups. I think Cups is water. It deals with big emotions. So a Queen of Wands and a Queen of Cups. To me that sounds like a very deep, very angry person on a mission. The Lovers. We've got a Queen of Wands, a Knight of Wands, a Queen of Cups, and the Lovers. Now it's feeling like options. 2 queens, a mission. Look at how sad this horse is, man. We got at once, we have the Empress, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. Which means I probably should have shuffled it, but it is starting to come together. It's saying that a high vibrational couple, it could be 2 women. They're focused on something outside of themselves. They're going on a journey. Now what? There we go. I go into the first one. The Hanged Man. So this is, and let's wait for the message. Okay. The first thing I saw was to pull the next card, which is the Two of Pentacles. The King of Wands has come back out. Can you guys tell me what the fuck that bird was? Because I've never heard that bird in my life. Right when I pulled the King of Wands, which is my favorite card. For obvious reasons. This is about a vivid, fiery person, so a passionate, creative person, is setting off on a mission recklessly for a deep and vivid inner world. This raw, beautiful emotion. I had the feeling that it was about a relationship. When they got to the relationship, and I figured that that was the direction it was heading, the Lovers came out, and the Empress and the Emperor together. So what it looks like to me is a timeline, linear. The Queen of Wands sets off on the journey to meet the King of Cups, and then together they become the Empress and the Emperor. It's pretty cookie cutter, straightforward for a tarot reading. The next thing that came out is my favorite card. The King of Wands is like the favorite archetype. It's a toss between the King of Wands and the Hierophant. The Hierophant's my card. It's not my favorite, but it's my card. The Hierophant is someone that's blessed and anointed with this higher purpose. After the Empress and the Emperor, the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands came out, which are my two favorite cards. King of Wands. The King of Wands and the Hierophant came out after this journey to build this relationship. Then this. I don't know what the Hanged Man and the Two of Pentacles is. We're only going to pull 10 more cards. So this Hanged Man of Two of Pentacles is lurking. The major arcana is stages of a person's life. The Hanged Man, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Sun, the Moon. Those are stages along a soul's journey. And the Wands and the Cups and the Pentacles, those are sort of verbs instead of nouns. So the actions that get taken along the journey. So the Hangman and the Two of Pentacles coming out before these two of my favorite cards solidified. There's something going on there after this linear mission with the relationship that gets built. And I'll let you look at the cards because they're pretty cool. I think I could do better, but for what it's worth. That's a power couple, bruh. If I ever saw one. So we're going to shuffle. I saw myself needing to do this one. The Two of Swords. This is a second two. And I feel like the Two of Swords needs to go under the Pentacles. When I say I feel that it should be something, yesterday I felt like I should pick the number 9 on the lottery and I won 25 bucks. The last time I said I felt like I need to go to the lottery and do it, I won 250 bucks. The time before that I said I felt like I need to do this, I won 150 bucks. So when I feel like it needs to go there, it needs to go there under the Two of Pentacles in the Hanged Man. But also, because I talked about the verbiage, this Hierophant that is the King of Wands, that's my music career. If it's about me. I'm talking to myself right now. It seems to be about me, because they're both my favorites. What was this one? I've never seen this in my life. The Milky Way. Okay. Can you see my face changing? I can feel this. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I haven't rested. I haven't been back at my cabin that I live at. So all of these just fell except for two. I feel that. But I felt this overwhelming, oh my God, before I even looked down. You could see it. You could rewind it. And it was justice under the Milky Way. The universe. So we're going to figure out what the Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords is, but the Hangman was what I identified as in my journey last year when I was going through the police brutality and the prejudice and the trauma of being on the rail trail when I was living in the Cowboys and Indians 2024, fighting back at the literal where the line was between the indigenous land and the colonial land in that war. And I was right in the middle, fighting off against a very prejudiced town that still is beating black people up, or trying to, and they lose, but they're still trying. They ended up murdering and raping a trans woman, offered her a ride, took her down the road, raped and killed them. And they try to attack the people of color that work at the grocery store. I was living in that type of sundown town, out in the woods, and the police jumped me, deleted the body cam footage. So I felt, back then I was writing a song with the idea of the Hanged Man. So whatever Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords is, after that, we got the Milky Way and Justice. And that when I felt like the universe was here with me. Then one of them fell, leaving these three. Okay, they're saying put it back and look at the top. Wheel of Fortune. And then they're saying go to the middle of the deck right here. Oh. Okay. Okay, guys. It's not the cards, it's the narrative that was always there that I felt it, but I didn't understand. And then when I looked at the card, they both clicked together. And it wasn't like I'm trying to make something out of nothing. I pulled the Page of Wands, which was the first card that I ever pulled out of a tarot deck when I had my first tarot reading. And it's sort of like a kid. It's like setting off on a journey. Sort of like the Fool, where you don't know what's going to happen. And you're just leaving on an adventure, unaware of the dangers. And then we had the Page of Cups. And I don't know what that means specifically, but I know it's water, well of emotion, could be a little bit of wealth, but more like, it seems like more of an uncovering of an understanding. And then we pulled the Hermit, which is thriving in isolation, going by yourself to figure things out. It's the month of September. Virgo in the zodiac. And then we had Strength and the Chariot, which is weird because these are all grouped together. So you'd think it was because I did a bad job shuffling, but they weren't together. I picked them from 3 different parts of the deck. And I picked them in reverse order. So it would have been the Chariot, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. But instead I picked the Hermit, and then Strength, and then the Chariot. So that seems like getting a job. You set off on a journey to uncover something in isolation, which brings strength, and then you can move. One last one. Okay. So it did hit. I like this deck, thank you. Seven different songs started playing in my head at once, one after the other. The Sun. Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I know we're not supposed to bend the cards, but I know that shuffling them go a lot better. I'm just waiting for this thing in the back of my mind wrapped around right here, this like light being. I'm waiting for it to go now, because I can feel it waiting there. And it's showing me different cards. There we go. We'll end it there. Two of Wands. Actually, no, let's go to the next major arcana. Yep, the Fool, which is setting off on the journey. Hey. So to summarize, we have the Queen of Wands, which is feminine energy, fiery passion. Knight of Wands, so the Queen of Wands goes up against, with creativity, the Queen of Cups. Fire attacks water, and once that happens, the Lovers and then the Emperor and the Empress. That's pretty straightforward. Once that came out, we had the Hierophant and the King of Wands, which are my two favorite cards. The Hierophant who does the King of Wands, you know what I'm saying? Because the minor arcana is a verb. So that's the action that the Hierophant is taking. And that leads to the Hanged Man, which was the trauma I experienced, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and then the Milky Way and Justice for what happened to me. Whatever the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords is, divine, literal Milky Way justice. And then came the Wheel of Fortune. Blessings. Then we have the Hermit, Strength, and Chariot. Three phases of someone's life. which is this invigorating, going from isolation into strength, and then getting the car and going back out, getting protection. To me, it seems like isolate, grow before you set off. And then we had 4 different actions before the last one, which is getting back on the road, the adventure. Which was the Page of Wands into the Page of Cups, into the 2 of Wands, into the 3 of Cups, and then the Fool. So what we have to figure out is what 2 of Pentacles is, 2 of Swords is, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and the Fool. And then at the very end, the one I set off to my side and I forgot to mention, coincidentally makes this whole thing seem like a great story, is this last one of the rabbit. And I'm born in the year of the rabbit, on the horse, which is next year, the year of the horse, the sun. So that, I feel like that's all we need. But let's go until one falls out for the last one, which is the 4 of Swords. And that looks pretty dangerous, but then on the bottom of the deck is Sunrise. And I guarantee you, is it at the front? Yeah. So I've been pushing a card off that keeps popping up because I don't want to talk about it, which is the 6 of Swords. And I don't know what it is, but look, it's a sad rabbit with a bunch of swords stuck in the boat, and the 3 of them are just going off solemnly. But then we have the Star and the Tower. This is divine intervention to wake everything up. It's like a horrible event that forces everybody to confront the universe again because they've settled into too many bad things. After the Star, this sad journey full of trauma, breeds the Star, which brings the Tower moment. They told me to check the bottom of the deck, and on the bottom of the deck was Sunrise. So that's where I'll leave it. You can glean very obviously, except for the Queen of Wands attacking the Queen of Cups. Everything else is really straightforward. And you saw that it hit me. I heard tarot can be dangerous, especially when there are people on here. If I was trying to get you to pay me donation money, I would start being like, you're going to get everything you deserve and you went through so much. I was like, no, I'm going to do it and just see what happens. And it turned out to be extremely specific to me. Putting my favorite cards in the middle and then hitting me with the ones that have hit me the most in the past, which was the Chariot, the Hermit, the Hierophant. So some voice I hear sometimes, I don't know what it is, it's like a little bit, and it like comes down into my head, went the Saint. The Saint. And I'm outside of church right now. I'm outside of church. So hey, if you liked how I read, my Cash App is KCO9989. Like Casey O'Brien. I don't know what's going to happen next, but huge things are going to happen. It's a big change coming, for me at least. I'm going to go get the rest of my stuff, move it to my campsite. I just moved a bunch of shit up to my cabin. And I'm gonna try to rest, watch some movies, charge my devices, and then tomorrow I go to work.